Hi everyone, here we are going to see about the unit for continuation part. So in this presentation we are going to see about the what is working capital management and what are the concepts are available in the working capital management. Then we are going to see about the availability parts as well as the classification of working capital management, its advantages as well as the disadvantages. Let me see one by one. So working capital. So working capital means that is the firms which have been holder of the current or short-term assets. So that such as we can say it as a cash, that is a receivables, inventory and marketable securities. So here the securities, these items will be referred to as the circulating capitals. So most of the corporative executives that will devote a considerable amount of attention to the management that of working the capital management. So most of the working capital management will be concerned with problems that have been arised in the management itself. So the current liabilities and interrelations could be exist in between the working capitals. Next, concept of working capital. There are two possible interpretations of working capital concepts. They are balance sheet concept and operating cycle concept. Let me see one by one. So balance sheet concept. So there are two interpretations of working capital under the balance sheet concept. So the first thing will be the excess of current assets which is over the current liabilities. Second will be the gross or total current assets. So these two assets will be make the balance sheet concept very important to analyze the working capital management. First is current assets. So the current assets which will be referred to the assets that can be the ordinary course of a business or it will be converted into cashes within the 1 year. So without undergoing the diminution in value and without disrupting the operations of the firm. For example, we can say that is cash, marketable securities, accounts, receivable and inventory. So all these assets will be comes under the current assets that will be control over the operations of the individual firm. Current liabilities. So the current liabilities are those liabilities which have been intended at their inceptions to pay their ordinary course of a business. So within the year out of the current assets there will be the earnings of concerns. So for example we can say that accounts payable, bill payable, bank overdraft and outstanding expenses. So these all things will be comes over under the current liabilities. Next we are going to see about the classification of kinds of working capital. So the working capitals are divided into two types. First thing will be on the basis of concept and on the basis of time. So if you are working in the capital amount, that is the management means that will be depend upon concept as well as time. So concept you have to analyze the methods. What are the things you have to be going to work in a product? That's you have to analyze the concepts. Then you have to maintain the time. So if the concept is equal means you have to split up the time of the for each work and analyze it. Next, on the basis of concept there are two types. One is the gross working capital and net working capital. Likewise, on the basis of time there will be permanent fixed working capital and temporary variable working capital. So these all things will be comes over under the working capital process. Next, the concept of working capital. So that is the gross working capital. Gross working capital will be refers to the firms that is total investment in the current assets. So the current assets are the assets which can be converted into cash within the accounting year or operating cycle. It includes cash, short-term securities, debtors, bills receivable and stock. So that is debtors means accounts receivable or book debts. So inventory, everything will be comes under the gross working capital. Next is the net working capital. So net working capitals will be refers to the difference between the current assets and the current liabilities. So current liabilities are those it will claims the outsiders which are expected to mature for a payment within the accounting year. So they will include creditors, bills payable and outstanding expenses. So net working capital can be a positive or negative. So if it is positive means current asset is greater than current liabilities. If it is negative means current asset is less than current liabilities. This is the main concept of net working capital. Next, permanent and variable working capital. So permanent or fixed working capital, that is a minimum level of current assets which is continuously required by the firm to carry out their business operations. So it is also referred as the permanent or fixed working capital. So fluctuating the or variable working capitals. So that is means the extra working capital that can be needed to support the change in the production as well as in the sales. So that firm is referred to as the fluctuating or variable working capitals. Next, operating cycle. So the operating cycle is the time duration that will be required to convert the sales after the conversion of resources into inventories, into cash. So the operating cycle of manufacturing company will involve three phases. The first thing will be the acquisition of resources such as raw materials, labor, power and fuel, etc. Second will be the manufacture of the product which will include the conversion of raw materials into work in progress, that is into finished goods. And the third thing will be the sales of the product, either the cash or on credits. So the credit sales will create the account receivable for the collection process. So these are the things will becomes under the operating cycle. Next, how to compute the operating cycle? So we can compute the operating cycle by raw material conversion period. Next, WIPCP, that is a work in progress conversion period, and FGCP, that is finished goods conversion period, and RCP, receivable conversion periods. So the gross operating cycle that is equal to RMCP plus WIPCP plus FGCP plus RCP. All the sum of the conversion periods together will be come over to form a gross operating cycle. Importance or advantages of adequate working capital. So solvency of business, goodwill, easy loans, cash discount, regular supply of raw materials, regular payment of salaries, wages and other day-to-day expenses, ability to face the crisis. Next, the disadvantages of redundant or excessive working capitals are idle funds which could be earned no profit, leads to unnecessary purchases, implies excessive debtors and defective credit policy, leads to the overall inefficiency of the firm, bad relationship with the bank and financial instructions. So these all the things will becomes under the disadvantage of redundant or excessive working capitals. Next, disadvantage of inadequate working capital, that is cannot pay the short-term obligations in time, loss of loss of goodwill. Next, cannot available discounts and other benefits, that is economics of sales. Difficult for the firm to exploit the market conditions. Rate of return on investment fall with a shortage of working capital, and difficult to pay day-to-day expenses of operations. So these are the inadequate working capital disadvantages. Next, working capital financing are two terms. One is short term as well as the long term. In short term, there will be factoring, invoice discounts, bank overdraft, commercial papers, trade finance, letter of credit. In the long term, we have equity capital as well as the loans. So these two terms will be more important for the working capital financing process. Thank you.